Bristol Motor Speedway is a location for stop number 25 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as we are 24 races in the books and 10 races left to go on the season. And what a perfect spot to begin our last 10 races. The night stop at Bristol, Tennessee for 75 laps of action. It's the running of the Busch 500. If you want 75 laps of short track madness, you're going to get it here tonight. And on the pole for today's event is Charles Sanford, number 24 of the DuPont Chevrolet. He's got to get a win here today. Can he do it today? Can he do it tonight? We'll find out. He'll be alongside our Pocono winner, Johnny Gardner, in car 12 of Alt Hill Dodge. He won the first stop at Pocono, I should say, this season. Second row has the Atlanta winner, Quentin Moore, in 89. And going for the Bristol sweep is Zach Rogers in car 33. He also won a season in New Hampshire, Texas, and Richmond this season. Third row has our Dover winner, Levi McIntyre, in car 99. Alongside of him, car number 3, Cole Deaver. Fourth row has Jesse Turner, who won Watkins Glen this season, and the winner at the Pepsi 400 Daytona, as well as both the Michigan races this season, Joshua Osborne in 78. Fifth row has Seth Cole in number 98 and number 42, Kyle Matthews, in car 42. Matthews won at Martinsville and Rockingham. Seth Cole this season won at Auto Club. Next row down has Shane Lake in car 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac, and number 1, Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boat Chevrolet of Nathan Ormond. Next row down is car number 11, Mitchell Combs in the FedEx Office Toyota, and two-time winner of the season so far, Keith Batson, the winner of the season at Talladega, the second Talladega race, and also the winner at Riverside this season, the Quality Care Services Ford, car number 88. Next row down is Rob Evans in number 8, the Boweser Chevrolet, and James Henry in 31, the Senior Wireless Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 00, Keb Shearer in the Anderson Machine Toyota, and Michael Whitman in number 48. Next row down has Ryan George in 15, the winner of the second race at Pocono, and Dylan Young in car number 2, the Miller Lite Dodge. Next row down, Daniel Bouchard in 55, who had that tremendous crash in this race at this track in the Food City 500. Hopes to not repeat that here today. He'll be alongside car 14. That is Tristan Allen in the Office Depot Mobile 1 Chevrolet. Next row down, Jake Jefferson in number 5, and Ryan Brommer, one number up, in number 6, the Valvoline Ford. Next row down is car 71, Jeremy Diaz, and number 28, Kat Batson. Then it's number 7, Jackson Haywood, and number 43, Mike Becker, the Daytona 500 champion. Next row down has William Brock in number 4, and number 20, it is Emmanuel Hartnett. The next row down is Dylan Post in 22, and 26, Zach Winkle. Then it's number 9, Zachary Fitzwater in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. And number 19, it is Carson Gum in the Dodge Dealers Dodge. Next row down, Matt Haas in car 18, the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. He won a season at Talladega, the first race at Talladega this season. And number 40, Sky Cummins in the Coors Light Dodge. Next row down, Matthew Logan, who surprised them all at the 600 at Charlotte this season, the Tide Pontiac car 32, and number 21, quickly Motorcraft Ford, Benjamin Miles. And starting shotgun field by car 16, it is Paul Minnick in the Family Channel Ford, and beside him, the Darlington winner, Bill Parker. So it should be an interesting race here today at Bristol, Tennessee. In-car cameras today will be carried by Cole Deaver. He has one of our in-car cameras. Keith Batson is our second camera today, and our third camera will lie inside the car. Excuse me. Our third camera will lie inside the car of Seth Cole. That's going to be our third camera here today. So again, Keith Batson, Cole Deaver, and Seth Cole will be carrying our in-car cameras in today's event at Bristol. Close points race coming into this race between the top two cars. Osborne took the points lead back from Kyle Matt after they were tied after Watkins Glen. Osborne took the points lead back. He now leads Matthews by just 18 points coming into this event. And we often say Bristol can be the wild card in the battle for the championship. Here comes the fire them all up at the Busch 500 at Bristol.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
So points battle can change in a blink of an eye at Bristol, Tennessee, and laps don't take very long on this racetrack. It takes about laps don't take long on this track here, about 15 seconds a lap. So if this race should go caution free, which I don't think I'll be counting on that happening, race will be over before you know it. And this time, unlike the Food City 500, Charles Sanders' car did get started after starting from the pole this time, and the green flag flies, and we're racing at Bristol. Quentin Moore takes the low side of the racetrack as he'll lead the first lap of this race here. Sanford gets off the wall. Rogers goes to second place after starting fourth. That was a side view from Johnny Gardner's cars. They come off turn number 4. Moore has the lead. Then Rogers second. Sanford drops to third. Jesse Turner up to fourth. Fifth is now McIntyre. Seth Cole 6th. 7th is Shane Lake. 8th is Mitchell Collins. 9th, battling for 9th, I should say, is Rob Evans, and he takes that spot away. With Johnny Gardner beaten Kev Shear to the line for 10th, but Shear takes 10th away from Gardner as they come off the second turn. On board with Seth Cohen, car number 98. As we watch from the in-car camera, Charles Sanders takes the second position away from Zach Rogers. Into turn number 3, now off turn number 4. He's chasing Levi McIntyre. McIntyre rides 4th. And Seth Cole, you're riding with him, rides in 5th position. Now from Cole Deaver's view, car number 3. Deaver's stuck on the outside lane. That's the thing you don't want to have at Bristol. You're caught on the outside lane, you'll drop a whole ton of spots. And right now Deaver's back to the 21st position, make that 22nd now. 23rd. Now from Keith Batson's view, he's now back to 31st position. Kyle Matthews has also slipped back in that number 12, or number 42 car, excuse me. He and Osborne both. And ahead of them, we see Nathan Orman. He is kind of tapped the wall just a little bit, come off the second turn. 10 laps already completed and 65 to go. It shows you how, as we said, how fast laps can click off at Bristol. As we said, about 15 seconds a lap, and Batson almost close to being dead last at the moment. Like I said, though, you get caught in an outside lane, though. That is not the place you want to be at Bristol, obviously. Especially if a wreck happens up ahead of you, and you might be the one in it. Meantime, Quentin Moore is out front, and he's pulling away. Sanford again tries for second position. Zach Rogers tries to fly back on the outside of the track. McIntyre's going to push Sanford ahead for the moment. Hard as it is to believe, Charles Sanford is up there in the top 5 in the points, but he's still yet to win a race this season. I should say, he's actually close to the top 5. He's about 6th or 7th place in the points coming in. Has scored a lot of top 5s and a lot of top 10 finishes this season, but has not yet snatched the brass ring this season yet. Like I said, we still got 10 races left to go. After 10 races left to go, counting this one here at Bristol. And right now, Quentin Moore is just absolutely just pulling ahead big time. See what the margin is this time by. It was 169 the last time by, and it's now 1.68. So Quentin's got a very substantial lead for the moment. And that 89 car, that's the Racing with Jesus Dodge, the Morgan Shepherd cars. Quentin scored a win this season at Atlanta. Back in the fourth race of the season. Now this lead is almost 2 seconds over. Now Levi McIntyre goes to second place. Quentin will come up with some lap traffic here eventually, and Kyle Matthews is the first one that's about to get lapped. Well, actually, make that Poteet. Nope, make that Matthews. Nope, make that Poteet. But the top two drivers in the points are way back in the back right now. The 78 and the 42 cars. And with Zach Rogers, who started placing the points coming in this event, he's running fifth at the moment. That is going to be all but helping him and all the rest of the drivers behind him in the points make a championship battle out of it. And now Quentin Moore has caught the back of Dylan Poteet's number 22, so Poteet will be the first car to go lap down. Poteet having a rugged season so far. And that 22 car, not the usual Poteet that we've been used to seeing. He won one race last season. That was right here at Bristol, believe it or not, in the Food City 500. So Moore has a lead of 2.17 seconds. And short track racing goes like this, though. You catch them's one thing, but pass them can be a whole nother story. But as fast as Quentin's car is right now, I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. I think it's by Poteet, no problem. Seth Cole goes to third position. Charles Sanders fourth. Jesse Turner now fifth. Rogers goes back to sixth. Rob Evanson running in seventh position. Eighth is Mitchell Collins, as he now tries to hold off Shane Lake. That's eighth and ninth on your screen. Jay Jefferson, who started back on the back, he's at the 10th place. 11th right now is Jackson Haywood. Daniel Bouchard having a good run, running in 12th position. 13th, whoa, side by side there. Johnny Gardner and Kev Shear going at it. Side Caden on that number 12 Alltel Mobile 1 Dodge, and Gardner pulls ahead. He takes the 14th position away. Actually takes 13th away. Shear's now back to 14th. 15th is now Matthew Logan, having an excellent ride in the number 32 machine. Brian George is 16th. 17th right now is William Brock. 18th is Zachary Fitzwater. 19th is Paul Minnick. Then 20th is Matt Haas. Interval medium time is closed up now between the 89 and 90 and the 89 and 99 cars. McIntyre's finding the outside lane to his liking, possibly. I don't know. Nathan Orman got really close to getting loose, and he just about took the 99 car with him, and almost close to the wall to each other as well. McIntyre gets off the wall a bit. Now Charles Sanford goes low. Sanford's going to take second position now, and now the lead's ballooned back up to 2.14 seconds between the front two cars. So Quentin Moore having a nice Saturday night drive for them, having a nice nighttime drive at the moment here, and Kyle Matthews about to go a lap down here, possibly, if he can stay, unless he can stay ahead of Quentin Moore. All the while, Matthews trying to pick up some spots right now as he gets by the 48 and Michael Whitman. And now Batson and Osborne going at it. And those two had some history at Charlotte, if you remember, the 600 in the All-Star race weekend. And spin and turn number on the backstretch here, that was the 4 car of William Brock that spun. No caution. That's surprising. No caution at Bristol. We had a crash on at Michigan, and there was no caution flag. Then I swear I have the yellow flags turned on. I swear I do. the meantime, Quentin Moore continues to lead this race here. Number 89, Emmanuel Hartnett gets off the wall in number 20 as he'll get lapped by the 89 machine. And Hartnett now looks low on the track there, trying to trap Quentin up high. Meantime, Charles Sammer trying to get around the 4 car of William Brock. He'll be driving this car, by the way, this paint scheme, I should say, in the revival of the NNSCRA Mellow Yellow Racing Series, by the way, that will use Chevy Lumina. They're driving the cars with Chevy Lumina. The yellow flag is out for the first time in this race. So guys like Matthews, Osborne, and Batson are all saved from going lap down. And I don't know. Let's see. I don't see where the pace car's lights come on. Okay, pace car's lights are on. And what happened on the backstretch, possibly? It was Daniel Bouchard again on the backstretch at Bristol. He was running in 11th position when this all happened. He gets tangled up with Ryan George in the 15 machine and gets turned around. Gardner turns Bouchard back around, tries to turn Bouchard back up ahead, but thankfully nobody got into the 55 machine, so that was Now we're going to show you what happened to William Brock in the number 4 machine. Might have been on this lap when it happened for the 4 car. I don't know. Yep, and that's what happened right there. He got into the 16 car of Paul Minnick and then got into the 15 of Ryan George. I don't know how that did not cause the yellow flag to fly for that number 4 machine. I don't know why it didn't, but nonetheless, so Brock is a lap down or more now. No, actually, Brock is back on the lead lap. Is actually still on the lead lap in the former car. He and the 22 and the 20 are. And like I said, the caution flag did help a lot of the cars that were about to go a lap down or more, like Kyle Matthews, Joshua Osborne, and Keith Batson. As well as, I don't know what's going on up ahead right there, but as well as cars like Cole Deaver and several others. And in fact, some of the pit stops have been made during the replays we were showing yet. So Osborne's up to 16th, Matthews up to 17th, and Keith Batson running 15th. 14th is Daniel Bouchard, so the spin didn't cost him all that much. Deaver's running 13th. 12th is Shane Lake. 11th, Johnny Gardner. 10th is Dylan Young. 9th is Kev Shearer. 8th, Mitchell Collins. 7th is Zach Rogers. 6th right now is Seth Cole. 5th position right now at the moment goes to Rob. Is running as right now is Rob Evans. 4th is Levi McIntyre. 3rd is Jesse Turner. 2nd, Charles Sanford and Quentin Moore, who had a big lead going before that yellow flag flew. He's still the leader, but that big lead has now been erased a little bit, unless he can pull ahead another bit of a lead. But those lap cars inside can present some problems for the leaders as the green flag flies are back underway here at Bristol on lap number 42. And no problems on the backstretch, I think. Cars upside down, and it looked like Zach Rogers. Oh, this is knocking in pretty right there. They had a scramble coming to the start-finish line. And you see what I was talking, and ladies and gentlemen, you saw what I was talking about right there. That those lap cars can present some problems. And oh, Seth Cole crashed as well in the '98 machine. But yeah, Zach Rogers upside down on the backstretch, and I don't know. He was running 7th when this all happened. He was on the outside of Dylan Poteet. In car 22, Poteet was a lap down. Push Rogers right up in the wall. Oh my gosh, upside down, right in front of Mitchell Collins in the 11. Several cars doing a real good job missing the 33 machine. Oh my goodness. The 33 car just upside down, sliding off the banking on the front stretch. And real time. And that just all the more proves how much of a problem it can be at Bristol and how quick things can happen. And that proved to be the case for Zach Rogers. Seth Cole, by the way, came in for an unscheduled pit stop. That's why he's back in the back. Amazing enough, Zach Rogers, no damage to that 33 car. I don't know how it could not. It's got a side cable in that 33 machine, but I don't know how in the world that car didn't suffer any further damage or scrapes or what have you, and let alone still running for that fact, too. I mean, it just went, rode the wall, went over, and slid on the backstretch for a few hundred feet. Excuse me. And finally came the rest and the entrance and the exit of pit road and entering turn 3. But Zach Rogers, still see if he can try to make it go for it, though. Rogers is, unfortunately for him, a lap down in 39th position. He's the last car 1 lap down. The only car 2 laps down is Ryan George in 40th position. No cars out of the race so far at Bristol. Ironically, it's kind of amazing considering what can happen on this racetrack. Quentin Moore leads, Charles Sanford second, Levi McIntyre, Rob Evans, and Daniel Bouchard, the top 5 at the moment as the green flag flies. Lap number 51 will have 25 to go, and what a start Quentin Moore gets. Wanted to get away from that mess that is the lap traffic, though. Took off like, so much so he took off like John Forson at start. But Charles Sanford is trying not to let Moore get far ahead of him right there. He's got the lap car between Nathan Orman between him and the 89 car. Orman right now running 33rd, but he is not in position, so the 1 car obviously not on the lead lap. And Levi McIntyre caught in the middle of a sandwich right there, and oh, this is not gonna be pretty. Ryan George is involved. Oh my gosh, Jefferson up in the air gets tangled up. Cole Deaver's involved. Mike Becker's damaged up in the 43 car. Oh, careful, leaders. So 3rd caution flying on lap number 53 of this race, as they're now completing lap 54. And the crash happened. Original cause of caution happened with Levi McIntyre and James Henry and William Brock. Both these cars came down on the apron track here. McIntyre, I don't know how he missed all this crash here. And both the 15 car nails the 31 car. The 31 gets slides right on the. Phil Parker gets involved. Benjamin Miles gets involved. Several cars trying to slide their cars to a stop. That crash, by the way, led to what happened coming off the fourth corner. Now they were trying to get situated here. Shane Lakes turned around. Oh my gosh, Jefferson involved. And Osborne, the points leader. I don't know if he got any damage to that 78 car. I don't know if he did or not. Cole Deaver, he's obviously involved. And I think Osborne did get a little damage to his machine. Jackson Haywood, Sky Cummins involved. 48 car, Michael Whitman. Yep, he's involved. Seth Cole's involved. Oh yeah, the in-car cameras in both Cole Deaver and Seth Cole's machines. On board with Cole Deaver. And Cole just getting hit, though, while he's trying to get his car to start back up. Ugh. Seth Cole's machine. And there is the inside from Seth Cole's machine. As he is still running, but so attrition list as of right now: Cole Deaver, Mike Becker, Phil Parker, Jay Jefferson, William Brock, and Ryan George all out of the race because of the crashes here. And we're not done yet, though. We'll be down to 16 to go when this race restarts. So we went through a long time without a yellow flag, though, and now all of a sudden this is the first caution fluid, and we've now had 3 of them so far here at Bristol. I don't know if we'll be done record or not. There's a bunch of lap traffic on the inside. Green flag glass. We're backing away. Lap number 60 as we're 59 on the books and 16 to go. Rob Evans looks to the low side of number 8 car as he gets by Daniel Bouchard in the 55 machine. Quentin Moore continues to lead. He's led all the way so far. And look at that 8 car go. Rob Evans, the man who won last season's Daytona 500. Trying to get pushed back to the lead here. Lead by McIntyre. Despite getting involved in an earlier altercation, he's at the second position now. He looks to the low side of Evans' car. So Quentin Moore's up the third, is down to third position. Daniel Bouchard right now is at the 4th. And here comes McIntyre to the low side of Rob Evans for the lead. And he's got it. Car 99 out in front. The man who won at Dover this season, the first race at Dover. Where we'll be heading to in about 2 races from now after we go to Darlington and Richmond. But Rob Evans is right there in that 8 car. He wants to get back at McIntyre. Ford versus Chevrolet. And the yellow flag's from for the 4th time today. Yellow flag might be for the 26 car of Matthew Logan. Or 32 car, excuse me, of Matthew Logan. He might be the yellow flag. Or it might be Sky. Nope, it was not Commons. It was I think that was the 18 car of Matt Haas. He and James Henry got together. Nope, he and Carson Gunn got together right in the Henry car. I actually don't know how that did. I actually don't know how that caused a caution. We saw William Brock spin into the wall, and that didn't cause a yellow flag, and so slightly dumbfounded by all this. So there we go. So caution 4 flies for the day at Bristol Motor Speedway here, and so. Let's see how the field is running right now. Levi McIntyre is the leader of the race. Second position is Rob Evans. Third is Quentin Moore. Fourth right now is Daniel Bouchard. Dylan Young up to fifth. Charles Sanders running sixth. Seventh position is Mitchell Collins. Keith Batson up to eighth position. Quite a nice recovery for Batson here in this race today. Shane Lake is in ninth. And remember how I said Kyle Matthews earlier in this race was a nanosecond away from getting lapped in the race? Guess what? Matthews is up to 10th place right now. So he goes from almost being lapped early in the race to now up to the top 10. Race ain't over yet, though. However, we still got we'll still have quite a few laps to go after this. So we're on lap 68 at the moment. Yellow flag still out, by the way. Cat Batson's 11th. 12th is Benjamin Miles. 13th right now is Jackson Haywood. Zachary Fitzwater's 14th. 15th is Johnny Gardner. 16th right now is Zach Winkle. 17th is the 16th car Paul Minnick. 18th is Carson Gunn. 19th Sky Cummins. 20th is Michael Whitman. Then 21st is Matt Haas. 22nd Kev Shear. 23rd is Tristan Allen. 24th is Ryan Brommer. Joshua Osborne, 25th, the points leader coming into this event. Matthew Logan, 26th. 27th is Emmanuel Hartnett. 28th is Nathan Orman. Then the last car on the lead lap right now, and 29th is Dylan Poteet. And Jesse Turner is the first car not on the lead lap, and the lap cars will not be starting inside. So that's the good news. As far as that's concerned, bad news, of course, there's still the possibility that the outside line maybe robbing you of positions or even a win. Who knows? Who's to say? But McIntyre in the 99 car hopes to hold them all off. In the last 6 laps we'll run this race under green. Hopefully all under green, I should say, too. As the restart on lap number, as the restart will happen on lap number 70, as we'll have 6 laps to go. And McIntyre got the restart he wanted as he pulls ahead of Rob Evans. Evans gets the wall. Here comes Quentin Moore. Takes second position right there. Daniel Bouchard at the third. Remember that 33 car of Zach Rogers not on the lead lap. He is 31st at the moment. Charles Hammer gets by Dylan Young to take 4th position away. Or 5th position, excuse me. There's Jesse Turner. He's also not on the lead lap in the 0-1 machine. Free to go here at Bristol. That lap car is definitely the 99's car's best friend at the moment here. Sanford and Young going at it. That's for 4th place. White flag this time by for Levi McIntyre. He has 1 lap to go here at Bristol. As he goes into turn number 1, he won the season at Dover Downs International Speedway in the FedEx 400. He may not have dominated this race, but he will be up there, up front, where it all counts here. As Jackson Haywood stopped on the track in turn 3, Levi McIntyre wins the Busch 500 at Bristol. The Silver Bullet, the Aflac Ford Fusion, goes to victory lane here today on the world's fastest half mile. Quentin Moore comes home second after a dominating performance. I'm sure he didn't want that caution like the fly that cost him the lead here. Daniel Bouchard, a tremendous performance, comes home third. Dylan Young fourth. Fifth to Keith Batson. Sixth to Charles Sanford. Or sixth to Mitchell Collins. Actually, Charles Sanford seventh. Eighth will go to Cat Batson. Kyle Matthews, as we mentioned, almost lapped early in the race and ends up finishing ninth in this event. Unbelievable. And he will have the points lead by coming out of this event too. And 10th position, give a call to Zach Winkle, a top 10 finisher for the 26 team. So Winkle, a good day for him. We didn't talk much about him at all today, and he ends up with a good solid run here today. Average speed 79.202 miles per hour. So 25 in the books and 9 races left to go on the season. And it's going to be an action-packed 9 races. I will guarantee you that. Here, rest of the finishing order for you into this event here today. Benjamin Miles comes home in 11th position. Zachary Fitzwater 12th. Michael Whitman 13th. Paul Minnick 14th. Rob Evans dropped up 15th after restarting second. That's like I said, that outside lane can kill you at Bristol, and it did for the 8th team, unfortunately for him. Shane Lake 16th. 17th will go to Matt Haas. 18th, Johnny Gardner. 19th, matching his car number, Carson Gum. And Kev Shearer comes home in 20th position. Matthew Logan, 21st. Dylan Pote, 22nd. Tristan Allen, 23rd. Nathan Orman, 24th. As he recovered to finish on the lead lap, 25th is Emmanuel Hartnett. Sky Cummins, 26th. Ryan Brommer, 27th. And Joshua Osborne, 28th. Last car on the lead lap. So, Osborne, not the day he wanted after just reclaiming the points after his big win at Michigan. Jesse Turner, 29th. 30th was Zach Rogers. A bad break for him after flipping earlier on in the race here, and he was running up in the top 10 as well too when it all happened. So bad break for the 33 team. Jeremy Diaz, 31st. 32nd will go to Seth Cole. 33rd, Jackson Haywood. 33rd, James, and 34th, the last car to finish was James Henry, 2 laps down, and so was Haywood for that fact too. Cars out of the race: Cole Deaver, Mike Becker, Jay Jefferson, Bill Parker, William Brock, and Ryan George. So 6 cars on the attrition list. Not bad for Bristol, but still 4 caution flags on the day. So that's the story from Bristol Motor Speedway. As congratulations again to congratulations again to Thrash Maniac Levi McIntyre as he wins today at the Busch 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NRSS gaming videos in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires for his channel. And be sure to check out our other NNSCRA series, but including the brand new NNSCRA Pedigree Xfinity series from Seth Cole himself, as well as his Duracell Cup series. Also be sure to check out Michael Norman's Bubba's All-Pro series and Levi McIntyre's Marvel Studios Cup series on his own channel, Thrash Maniac 99. So be sure to subscribe to that channel as well as the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel as well too. And you will not regret checking this channel out neither. So that's the story from Bristol Motor Speedway. For now, this is James Qualls. It's been a production of the NNSCRA. Off on racing at its best. We will see you at Darlington for the Southern 500.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?